What? Why so many 5-star reviews? Why the hell does this have so many 5-star reviews?
Oh, it's here. Okay, I'm coming. Oh my god. I'm coming. Yes. Whoa, that was quick. Alright guys, this is just going to be a simple unboxing because we're going to have a really long video by the end of this. So I just want to cover everything as soon as I can without boring the hell out of you. With that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and unbox it, show you how it comes in. Alright, just like this, and we're going to pull it out, and just like that, very simple. Obviously this is the flashlight itself, and this is the holster. Okay. The lanyard, this is okay. I don't use the lanyard, I don't really care about it. And then you got this magical USB Type-C. This is what you guys have been asking for. This is what makes the flashlight charge faster. Definitely going to run some tests with this. Basically USB-C lanyard. You got like your manual, I guess. And what did it over here? Obviously we're gonna have to go through all that later, don't bore you. Warranty card, and I guess this is what, like a banner. Oh, okay, advertising other stuff from Fenix. And then finally this is the flashlight. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out, and there's this little tag over here. Remove the little clip underneath. So just a quick, oh, I thought it was open. You open it from there, but you open it from here, and you got to remove the clip for it to work. And the clip is right over there, and just as simple as that. You give it one of these guys and just one button. Interesting, it wouldn't work on my video trial. Alright, let's see. Obviously I need to charge this. I thought it would come with a little bit more juice, a little bit of juice, but like I'm tripping over my words right now because oh no. Yeah. It needs to get charged. So I guess we gotta wait until that happens. Alright, so that's awkward. Okay, that was super awkward. I could have edited the whole thing, but I'm not going to do that. Basically, this battery is completely dead, and that's why the flashlight didn't run. But this makes it a perfect time because this is actually something that's important to me. Maybe not a lot of people, but I'm gonna show you anyways. Olight fails to have their batteries charged outside of the flashlight, but with Fenix battery, you just pump it in and boom, it's charging. You probably can't see it because I leave the sticker. I like my stuff mint, but let's just remove that for you. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything, but it is charging. That's a big plus. Olight, take this, like, this is something you should do with your flashlights as well, and I love this so much. But you know what, to each to their own. Just wanted to show you that it does work on regular chargers. Alright, now while we do have the battery charging, we got the Fenix PD36R right over here with no battery, but at least I'm going to be able to show you something size comparisons between the PD36R, the Olight Seeker 2 Pro, and the Olight M2R Warrior. Now, before we even start just comparing these, I mean, you already can see them, but basically, you know, if the carrying case is a big deal for you, the holster itself, you know, your Olight does have a way better. This is, it's so flimsy, but I mean, when I do purchase a flashlight, this is not a big deal to me, but I can see how somebody might not like this. This is a serious holster and it's nice. But anyways, let's get to the actual meat of the product. The flashlights, I'm gonna try to get them as close as I can, so at least you can see some height differences. The Seeker 2 Pro and the M2R Warrior are practically the same size, and then you got the PD36R, which beats them by such a small amount. It is a little bit bigger, but just want to show you a quick comparison so you know what you're getting into. As of thickness, okay, I would say I'm actually surprised. It's oh man, it's maybe a millimeter thicker than the M2R, so it's practically the same size. Huh, interesting. I thought it would be thicker because of the battery, but it's such a small. Oh man, I can't even show you the difference. Practically, this is the size. Just a hairline thicker than the M2R Warrior. As for the Seeker 2 Pro is obviously thicker. You can see how the thickness over here, I'm trying to make it as clear as possible with the autofocus going everywhere. Obviously when it comes head to head, you can see a huge difference because the head is thicker on the Seeker 2 Pro, but practically, if we're talking size wise, it's M2R Warrior size. It is a little bit taller, so it's not thicker, it's a little bit taller, but I mean, they're all pretty close, but definitely close to the M2R Warrior. I guess, you know, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker, but no, it's not that thick. But the good thing about this is once it's dark outside, we're going to take these bad boys and film everything we need to film out. Alright guys, magically it's nighttime. We're going to compare the M2R Warrior with the Seeker 2 Pro as well as the Fenix PD36R. Now there might be some wind that you guys hear. I'm gonna do my best to be as clear as possible. Now I have adjusted my camera to 25,000 ISO, 1 out of 125 for the shutter, and then finally the aperture is 4.0. So I did that to kind of get as close as I can see right now. Obviously it's very hard to do at night, but with that being said, let's go ahead and start our test. So I'm gonna start with the M2R Warrior, and that's the first level. I don't have the actual specs on me right now, so it's just going to be inserted in the video. Again, M2R first level, and then the Seeker 2 Pro. Alright, and then finally we're going to go with the Fenix PD36R, and that's actually, funny enough, let's turn it on. That's the eco mode. It's not even level 1 for the Fenix. You know, technically it's very bright for an eco mode. This is the, I believe, 30 lumens. So let's go to level 1. That way we're at least on par with the other flashlights. So, ooh, oh man. Okay, so level 1, that is the level 1 that I'm going to compare with the other ones, and you can see it's so much more brighter, and I believe it's 150 lumens for that. Alright, so let's step back and see level 2. Alright, now I step back around another 25 feet, so it brings me in a total of 50 feet, which is appropriate for the second level. So again, we're going to do the same thing, starting with the M2R Warrior, and that is the tree right there. Alright, now let's go ahead and switch it with the actual Seeker 2 Pro. Again, this is the second level on the Seeker 2 Pro. already you can see a huge difference between the M2R and the Seeker 2. And then let's go ahead and switch it to the Fenix level technically 3, but again, just because we're not including the eco mode, which is the 30 lumens, we're going to do it that way. And let's go ahead with the Fenix level 3. And you know, I can't tell if it's just the beam. I mean, yeah, so definitely it has a way stronger beam, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna go so much further than the Seeker 2 Pro and obviously the M2R. But anyways, let's go ahead and step it up to the next level. All right, guys, so we're around 75 feet right now. Let's start with the M2R Warrior, and right there, that's not bad at all. The flood is nice, and you can see obviously the beam, the flood, the beam right there. Let's go ahead to the Seeker 2 Pro, and definitely a way wider flood. And I mean, I can see the flood at the floor right now beside the camera. And then the beam is also very nice. And let's go with the Fenix PD36R, and just the back button right there. So definitely a way stronger beam. It can go way further, but also the actual flood is actually not as good as the Seeker 2 Pro. But I mean, look, you can see the flood. Actually, the flood is a lot stronger than the Seeker 2 Pro. It's just further. So where I'm seeing the flood right over here, in my Seeker 2 Pro, I was seeing it right like at the end of there. So that's not a huge difference, but this is so powerful, and it's actually a very nice flood. I wasn't expecting that from this, but wow, the beam is definitely strong with this one. Right, let's go ahead and step it back one more time, and then finally we get to the turbo. So one more time, and that's level 3. All right, guys, stepped it up back another 25 feet. We're now at 100 feet away from the tree average. With that being said, let's start with the M2R Warrior. This is the 3rd level, just the level before the turbo. You can see right there, it's a very general flight. The beam is definitely not as strong. I'm shocked with how good Fenix is, but the beam is not as strong. Okay, that's all I gotta say for that one. Let's switch to the Seeker 2 Pro, and again, level 3, just before the turbo. It's very bright, and again, this is what I mean by the spread. So I'm actually gonna move forward just to show you guys. Very wide spread. The beam is really good, but it's very wide compared to the Fenix. So you can see like a few trees where Fenix is kind of a very straightforward beam. Let's go ahead. Oops. All right, let's go ahead with the Fenix, and that is again the same thing, one level before turbo. And turn it on, and it's brighter. Again, you can see those two trees. You see how the Seeker 2 Pro had a little bit more wider beam, but this one, I mean, the beam is so strong. I can even see the trees in the back, and again, so impressed. But anyways, let's go ahead and go to the final mode. I'm not going to go back another 100 feet. I'm gonna stay here and just hit you with the turbo. So the turbo, which is 1600 lumens on the PD36R, and we're going to start with actually we will start with the M2R Warrior since we're doing it in order. This is the turbo mode, the highest mode with the M2R Warrior. Really nice, really strong, nice. All right, now let's go ahead with the Seeker 2 Pro. Again, I'm gonna hit it in turbo right now, so boom, and that is turbo. You can see actually a beam coming out of it. It's a very bright, I believe that's 3200 right now. I'm just gonna double tap it again. Yeah, see, it's 3200, but you know, it's not going to last long. It's only 2 minutes, so you know, it's nice. I mean, I can see a lot, but anyways, it doesn't last long. And finally, we're gonna hit you with the PD36R. So we're gonna turn it on first, and you can see the beam right there. And then finally, let's hit it with the turbo mode, and that's 1600 lumens. Look, you can literally see the beam on the actual camera. And again, very nice, very clear, and you'll be able to see a lot further. I mean, look at this post right there is another maybe 5 feet. There's another post all the way over there. I can see it kind of clearly, and I'm really hoping to even like maybe zoom in on that. Let's see if you can even pick it up right there. That post has to be at least 200 feet away, and I can perfectly see it. Absolutely incredible, and it lasts a long time. Alright guys, I stepped it back to 25 feet, and I'm going to show you all the modes of all the flashlights as quick as possible and as entertaining as possible. Starting with the M2R Warrior. This is the lowest level number 1, level number 2, level number 3, and turbo. Alright, let's step it up to the Seeker 2 Pro. Alright, level number 1, level number 2, level number 3, and turbo. Alright, and now let's go with the Fenix. Again, we're at 25 feet. Alright, so here we go. Fenix, that is level eco, so it's not even level number 1, it's the 30 lumens. So we're gonna go ahead and step it to level 1 right now. If I can find out, there it is. Huh? Alright, so again, this is eco, level 1, level 2, level 3, and I believe turbo. So insanely strong beam, and the hotspot is decent. It's very, very decent, but you can see how strong the beam is. Alright guys, that's it for the outdoors part. Let's go ahead and head inside and finish the rest of this. Alright guys, it's been a very long video, but now it's time to wrap it up with the pros, the cons, and the stuff in the middle, and then finally, would I go ahead and purchase this? So we'll start off with the cons. Alright, the first con I have is this holster. I have no doubt that this will probably last a long time, but it looks very cheap and flimsy. I don't really care. Like I do have other holsters, but this doesn't show the quality of the light. So this, if you care about the holster a lot, this is not the light for you. Alright, the next thing I want to mention is the moonlight mode. There is no moonlight mode in this flashlight. It's actually just an eco mode. It's 30 lumens. So if you're buying this to read a book or to use it at night in a very dull place, this is not the flashlight for you. This is an eco mode. It's 30 lumens. It's actually pretty strong. So I wouldn't use that for anything, you know, where I would need a moonlight. Get a different flashlight or a smaller flashlight. I wouldn't get a flashlight this size to use for moonlight. I would just get a small Olight or the E18 Pro, E18R from Fenix. The next con I have is the turbo. You can't access turbo right away. For example, on the Olight, you double tap the middle button and then you access turbo. With this flashlight, the middle button is just a step down motor or a step up motor or whatever you want to call it, to navigate through the different modes. So for you turning on this flashlight, you do have to press the back button, and then you can go ahead and go through the modes, and this is the only way to do it. So again, it won't just step up to turbo. You will have to manually click it. I'm okay with the buttons, you know, just coming from an Olight person. This is actually, I'm used to it already, and I have no problem doing it. Now the good thing about it is obviously it does memorize the last one, but again, something to keep in mind, there's no double click to access turbo. So if that's an important feature, it's not in this flashlight. Alright, and the final little thing I have is finding this button. Now in the dark you won't be able to find it, but at the same time I didn't find that to be an actual issue, because for me to use the middle button I would have to turn on the flashlight, and usually when you do turn on the flashlight you can easily see this button, whether it's on the green or whether it's just the light that's illuminating. You can definitely see that button and you'll be able to push it. Now it's time for the pros. So let's go through the pros. The first thing that I love about this flashlight is the step down motor. ever. You're not getting one constant light that boom just drops down really quick. It drops down slowly over time, so you don't really realize it, but at the same time you're not getting a constant output and then boom, nothing. So just to go through it, on turbo mode it will drop down to 950 lumens or so, maybe even down to 550 lumens, and the whole process will take around 15 minutes to get at that. If you're still forcing the flashlight to hit that turbo mode, it might even drop again to 440 lumens. But the good thing about this is it takes around every 6 seconds or so, it'll drop like 30 lumens or something like that. It is a very constant drop, and that is really nice. So you're not getting one flash that's really high and then nothing. So the next big pro is this bad boy right here, USB-C type charging. This flashlight will charge within a cable in this flashlight completely from 0 to 100 in 4 hours. Now that's assuming you're using a decent adapter that holds 3 milliamps and I believe 5 volts as well. But with that being said, from 0 to 100 in 4 hours, this is a big plus. You can use a portable charger. I know the Olight has a magnetic tail cap, which is pretty nice as well, but if you look over here, you just plug it into USB-C, and if you have a portable bank, and I have a USB-C lying around because I do have a Pixel phone and that takes USB-C, it's perfect for me, easy to charge. Alright, the next thing is the beam and spill of this light. It's a very nice beam, so it goes a lot further in my opinion. When we were doing the testing yesterday, essentially when I'm pointing at the tree is a lot more visible at even the lower lumens. So the beam is really nice, and the width of the beam is nice as well, so that is definitely a plus in my opinion. The next thing I have to mention is the price of this product. This product is $99 from the Fenix store. Definitely a good price for this quality light. You can't go wrong. Alright, and finally the things that I'm not really sure about. One thing for me, it's that middle button. I'm not really sure, you know, because I've been using Olight for so long, I'm used to that middle button turning on the flashlight, but I'm actually okay with it not turning on the flashlight. So after using this for a few days, I really got used to just boom, hitting that back button, and then when I do need to adjust the modes, it's as simple as clicking the button. And then the good thing about that is, I know with Olight you need to push and hold, but with this I can just trigger it really quick. So if I'm holding the flashlight, I just go boom, and I can trigger it very quickly. And then if I push and hold, I get my strobe light. So at the end of the day, the button is okay with me not working. You know, this is fine with me. I'm actually getting used to that a lot better than pushing that button right there. In a moment where I do need a light quickly, then boom, you just got flash. I have one more thing that I'm not sure about. I know I'm nitpicking because it works fine, but let's go through it anyways. When you turn on this bad boy, you get a little light over here. That is the battery indicator, and I'm going to explain how that works for you. So essentially, when the light is solid green as such right now, you're looking at a battery from 85% to 100%. Now from 50% to 85%, you're looking at a green light that is flashing. And then from 25% to 50%, it's going to be a solid red light. And then from 1% to 25%, it's going to be a red light that's flashing. What I would have liked to see is maybe an LED light with different colors, for example, red, yellow, green, but this does work. It's just something that you will need to know, just so you know what it means. But essentially, at the end of the day, I like my flashlights charged the whole time, so I aim for that green light. So it's now time to answer the golden question. If I lost this flashlight today, would I go purchase another one? I'm gonna tell you something. If I lost the M2R Warrior by Olight, for $99, I would spend it on the Fenix PD36R. It's way stronger, lasts longer, and the beam is incredible on it. If I'm choosing between the M2R Warrior or the Fenix PD36, it'll be the Fenix PD36. When it comes to the Seeker 2 Pro, the 3200 lumen is really nice, but it only lasts around 2 minutes. So I mean, in a case where I need to check my backyard, boom, do a quick flash, that's 2 minutes. I can see if there's something there or not. But in the case where there is something there and I need that high output for longer than 2 minutes, it would have to be the Fenix. And again, for the price, $99 versus $139, you save $40 and you get a flashlight that's very good quality in my opinion. So at the end of the day, if I did lose this, I would have to purchase another one. If I didn't have an M2R Warrior, it would be between this and the Secret 2 Pro. But again, if you need it for a more stable runtime, you know, where it keeps the brightness for a longer period of time, it would have to be the Fenix PD36R. I didn't see you there. Just kidding, guys. So this is all I have for this flashlight review. Now, big thing about flashlights, there isn't that much following on YouTube. So this video is only going to get 2,000, 3,000, maybe 10,000 views. It's not a huge market. You put in a lot of effort on these flashlight review videos. So anybody that's doing them, that's great. It does take a lot of effort and there isn't that much viewers. So at the end of the day, sometimes you just think it's not worth it, but I do enjoy it. This is a hobby. This is not to make a living. So I made that video for you guys. If you did like it, please let me know by hitting that like button. I don't want to chase you for likes and subscribes and all that stuff, but I do want your comments. So go ahead, ask me any questions about this flashlight. If I do have the time, which I usually try my best to answer the questions, go ahead and put that comment below. If you have anything to comment about or you want videos like this, go ahead and let me know. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and get that PD36R. I really did enjoy it. I gave you the most amount of information I can possibly give you. I want to thank you for your time, especially if you stuck out 20 minutes plus to watch this video. Alright guys, peace.